40 Longwood Drive in Youngsville. And I'm also here to petition for the resolution that you guys probably all have a copy of right now. The resolution is something that's helped to, supposed to help to ensure our God-given right to keep and bear arms that's already protected by the Second Amendment, and to ensure that it's strictly upheld and defended by the Board of Commissioners, by the sheriffs of our counties, specifically Franklin County in this case, against any laws, orders, actions, or directives that would cause or lead to any infringement of that right. In the handouts that I gave, there's several different documents there with lots of information on it. First one, I'm just going to go very briefly because I know I got a very short period of time, but there's a crime statistic listed on a spreadsheet that you see there. Those are meant to show that the statistics of violent crime in this country have gone down drastically by upwards in certain cases of 50% depending on the crime. The second sheet of that spreadsheet shows a summary of it. At the same time that this is happening, gun ownership and the number of guns in the country is going up exponentially. On the flip side of that, there's also statistics on there from something that's happening in a different country, in the United Kingdom, where a violent crime has over doubled and is significantly higher than ours, and they ban handguns completely almost, except for like musket, muzzle-loaded black powder rifles back in 1997. There's also an article in there from the London Telegraph that shows that states that very same thing, that in 2003 when the article was published, the gun crime after the handgun ban went in place doubled at least. So that's just some information for that. The rest of it kind of speaks for itself, as you guys can see. In addition to that, there's an article from the Jews for the Preservation of Firearms Ownership that shows something that's hitting more personal to me. In numerous cases, we have history to show us that in nations in the 20th century that have been disarmed by their governments, or have willfully turned over their arms, or let tyranny take place to that degree, genocide has, in all those examples that I give on in that one sheet, has inevitably followed in every case. And we're talking about millions and millions of lives that were taken by, not by individuals, not by necessarily violent crime in the streets, but by the government. It's called democide. We're talking about Nazi Germany. We're talking about, socialist Russia. These things, the things that are taking place in certain places in our nation right now are and have been historically the precursors of things like that. It's undeniable. And so this issue could not be more important as before us right now. Our government was set up such that this division of powers that we have that protects us is very powerful. And so we come to you guys, the commissioners, because we elected you to be here for this reason. And on a completely personal note, and this is not something that I usually broadcast, because I'm not usually that kind of person, but I had an extremely horrible dream last night that I don't think I would ever have had in my life. I have two of my daughters here tonight, and my friend is graciously distracting them right now, but last night I had a dream that one of them was being, I was being forced to watch as one of them was being raped by a tyrannical government official. And all that happened after that was, they let me hold her after that, and all she could say was, "I'm sorry, Daddy." And my heart broke, and I woke up, and that was the most horrible thing. And do I think that that's a prophetic dream in any way? I'm never going to claim that, but I will not ever let that happen either. And you guys, believe it or not, are in positions of authority and power that you can take the initial steps to prevent. That has happened. That is history. That's not something that I'm just coming up with. That's never happened in history before. That has happened around this world. You ask other people in other nations and they will tell you. Don't let this stuff happen.